a highly skillful and a creative player with an eye for a goal. However, was troubled by the off-field issue in his career. Mutu was capable of playing in several offensive positions and was used as a supporting forward, main striker, winger, and sometimes attacking midfielder due to his ability to both score and assist. So, from having a young, exciting career and getting embroiled in drug scandal and off-field issue, what happened to Adrian Mutu? Mutu started his professional career at Agris Pisti, his hometown club, where he came through the ranks and made his debut at the age of 18 in 1997. He would go on to play a total of 47 matches for the club, scoring 14 goals before one of the Romania's biggest club, Dinamo Bucharest, came calling. The then 20-year-old Mutu joined Dinamo midway through the 98 and 99 season and made 17 appearances, scoring 4 goals for the club before the summer. It was the following campaign, however, that would kickstart his career and show why he was Romania's biggest talent. In the 18 league matches, Mutu scored 18 goals and in all competition had scored an exceptional 25 goals in 24 matches after only half a season. People forget that Mutu played for Inter Milan. It was a forgetful time for him. Mutu joined Inter Milan midway through the season and only made 10 appearances without scoring. The only positive memory would be his debut in the Coppa Italia, where he came off the bench and scored against AC Milan within 9 minutes of his arrival on the pitch. In 2000, Mutu was sold by Inter to Verona in a co-ownership deal worth of 3.8 million euros. As Verona faced fellow struggler Bari on a match day 18 in February of 2001, Mutu came off the bench with Verona down a man and trailing 1 goal, scored 2 goals, inspiring Verona to a 3-2 victory. His first season was also a bit of a failure as he only managed 4 goals in 25 appearances. Verona narrowly avoided relegation through winning the relegation tiebreaker playoff. In June of 2001, Verona bought Mutu outright for 2.6 million euros, and going into the season, Mutu was given an integral role in the team. Mutu hit the ground running and ended with 12 league goals, but Verona still relegated to Serie B. In 2002 and 3 season, Mutu's form earned him another move as he joined Parma for 2002 and 3 season. Under the guidance of Cesena and paired with Brazilian Adriano up front, Mutu produced an outstanding campaign. His partnership with Adriano proved deadly as the pair scored 32 goals between them. Mutu netted 18 of those, and his reputation as one of the brightest talent in Europe was back. On 12th August 2003, Chelsea paid Parma 22.5 million euros for Mutu's transfer as a part of new owner Roman Abramovich's spending spree. Mutu started brilliantly too, scoring 4 times in his opening 3 matches, including a brace in a 4-2 derby win over Tottenham. However, as season wore on, Mutu faded, ending up with only 6 league goals in 25 appearances. At the end of the season, Ranieri, the manager at the time, was replaced with Jose Mourinho, and Mutu's slack attitude would clash with Mourinho, and things came to a head in October of 2004. In 2004 and 5 season, Mutu had a difficult relationship with the club's new manager Jose Mourinho, with each accusing each other of lying about whether the player was injured in 2006 World Cup qualifier match against Czech Republic. Mutu wasn't a regular fixture in Mourinho's 11, frequently missed training, and on a trip back to Romania, he was involved in a car chase with the Romanian police in September of 2004 after failing to stop for speeding. He behaved erratically and suffered from the mood swing, which prompted Chelsea to order him to take a drug test. The test came back positive for cocaine. Mutu said he turned to drugs as he was depressed following his divorce from his wife and the fact that he wasn't a regular player in the team. Chelsea didn't think twice and sacked Mutu over the breach of contract, and he was suspended for 7 months by the FA and received a fine for 20,000 euros. A long financial dispute has followed since, and Mutu has been ordered to pay Chelsea 17 million euros in damages. Mutu signed for Juventus in January of 2005, despite still being banned from football. As Juve didn't have room to sign a non-EU player from abroad, Livorno signed Mutu on a free transfer before selling him to Juve in a very contemporaneous deal. Mutu still couldn't play until May 18th, but for Italy's biggest club to sign him showed that the regard he still has back in Italy. On May 29th, with the ban lifted, Mutu made his Juventus debut in the last game of the season against Cagliari. Following the campaign, Mutu scored 11 goals in 45 appearances in all competitions, as he was a part of brilliant attacking setup including Alessandro Del Piero, David Trezeguet and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. It was a decent return after such a long spell out and Juventus won the Scudetto. However, following the Calciopoli scandal, Juventus was stripped of the title and many of the players decided to leave the club after its relegation to Serie B. Mutu was one of these players as he joined Fiorentina. On 8 July 2006, Fiorentina announced that they had signed Mutu for 8 million euros. Upon his arrival, Mutu was reunited with Paranelli, who made Mutu a key man in his side, partnering him with Luca Toni, and a little partnership was formed. The pair scored 32 goals between them. Mutu was named Footballer of the Year thanks to his performance that brought 16 goals and 8 assists in 33 appearances as Fiorentina secured UEFA Cup football. Next year, Mutu enjoyed another outstanding campaign and was Fiorentina's top goal scorer, both in the league with 17 goals and in all competition with 23 goals. His goal brought Champions League football back to Florence. In January 2010, he failed a doping test and was banned for 9 months. Upon his return, he was soon afterwards banned by Fiorentina for a month for the breach of contract. Mutu later apologized and was reinstated in the team but failed to reach previous heights after his long absence. On 23 June 2011, it was announced that Cesena has signed Mutu on a 2-year contract. On 15 January, Mutu scored 2 goals versus Novara and took his tally to 101 goals in Serie A. After a couple of unconvincing games, on 11th April, Mutu scored a goal against Genoa to eventually earn a draw for Cesena. In the summer of 2012, after Cesena was relegated from Serie A, the two parties ended the contract by mutual consent. After his release from Cesena, Mutu signed a new contract with AC Ajaccio in the French Ligue 1. After his previous season goal haul was enough to keep Ajaccio in Ligue 1, Mutu's second season saw him just play 9 games and not score, before terminating his contract on 14th of January 2014. Later that day, he was presented at Petrolul Polesti in front of 10,000 fans. In the summer of 2014, Mutu scored both home and away against Victoria Pleasant in the UEFA Europa League third qualifying round, a double which Petrolul impressively won 5-2 on aggregate. On 26 September 2014, Petrolul announced that the club had ended the contract between two parties. On 30 July 2015, Mutu signed as a marquee player for the Indian Super League club FC Pune City. In January of 2016, Mutu returned to Romania with ASA 2013 Targu Mureș, having been assured by the national manager that he could have a place in UEFA Euros 2016 squad if he was played in a better league than India. Mutu began his managerial career in April of 2018 when he was appointed as the manager of Romanian League 1 club Voluntari, signing to a 2-year contract. However, his tenure lasted just 2 months, although he managed to save the club from relegation, winning the playoff against Cindia Targovesti. The club's board of directors decided to fire Mutu on 14th of June. In July of 2018, Mutu was signed by United Arab Emirates club Al Walad to be their manager of their reserve team. And on 14 January 2020, he was appointed as Romania's under-21 manager, helping the next generation of Romanian football players take the next step. In 2021, Mutu joined FCU Corsevia as the manager, followed by joining FC Rapid Bucuresti in 2022. Sometimes, I think, despite his talent, he was often prone to injury, inconsistency throughout his career, and also had a poor work rate, temperamental character and behavior on and off the pitch, and of course his drug use. Because of this, he was often regarded as not having lived up to his true potential. Only if he would have stayed sober and not used drugs, he could have become one of the best forwards to play the game.